Apparently half the internet has some kind of really traumatic asthma and needs to be warned in advance of unhindered oxygen intake, because it seems these days I can't even fucking breathe without somebody asking me for a trigger warning. So I'm saying it now. This video has jokes in it. Just be careful. YouTube has done a lot of really interesting and positive things for the internet as a whole, one of which is providing me with an easily accessible place to watch strangers ruin their lives in vivid color. For instance, proposing in public is probably one of the easiest and most efficient ways to ruin a relationship, just marginally less effective than poking your significant other in the eye with a note that says, "Hey, you're kinda ugly these days." And here's why. There are 3 likely outcomes when you ask somebody to marry you in front of a bunch of strangers. Either they're gonna say yes, they're gonna say no, ruining everybody's day, or they're gonna resent you forever for casting a giant spotlight on a private, life-changing conversation. Springing a marriage proposal on somebody is the only relationship behavior with the potential to ruin years of dedication and commitment, while simultaneously being not only accepted, but celebrated for doing publicly. Just to put that into perspective, 3 other things I can think of with an equal chance of destroying what you've built are abuse, adultery, and surprise anal. And you can get locked up for doing at least 2 of those in a park. Also, I didn't know I couldn't do that isn't a good excuse for any of them. I think if you're gonna do that kind of thing in front of an audience, you should be forced to let the victim know what the stakes are beforehand. If you say no to this overpriced, cumbersome, blood-tainted jewelry in front of all of these people, we're gonna have a lot of painfully uncomfortable interactions until one of us apologizes and gives the other makeup oral for like a full hour. And if you feel as if you absolutely must give your relationship a 50-50 chance of continuing to exist, at the very least, don't do it with either your or your potential fiance's family present, unless you enjoy 3 generations worth of passive-aggressive Christmas cards. This one literally just says, "You deserve better." That's not even subtle, Grandma. Just don't make your personal affairs public in the interest of seeming more romantic than you are. Kinda sets you up as a liar right out of the gate, and I don't know too many people who want to be married to somebody who might one day talk about their bowel movement in a restaurant because they have no boundaries. And nobody likes a really awkward terrace cafe brunch surrounded by 50 or so people who are now all whispering quietly about what's wrong with you. I would love to stay and finish my donut, but I have to go back to the apartment and take all of my stuff out of there so that you can't try to claim it as yours later out of spite. You know, gay people are kind of like animal dicks. They're really easy to identify. Some people think they're gross, and I think it would be pretty unpleasant to be slapped in the face by either. Also, I'd kind of like to see which one would win in a fight. Fuck it, you know what? Fuck my life, man.